My name is Kathy Leichter, and my film is called Here One Day. It's a personal documentary about my family, and specifically my mother, who had bipolar disorder and committed suicide about 18 years ago. And the film is structured around this amazing box of audio tapes that I found that my mother had made, really an audio diary of her thoughts and feelings. And I found the box while I was in the process of making this film, and the box became, and these audio tapes became, the narrative that we built the film around. So it's really the story of my mother's life after she's gone, but she's all over the movie and in it because she speaks throughout the whole thing. It took me 8 years to make the documentary, and I've heard that it takes independent filmmakers between 5 and 10 years to make a film, so I felt like, okay, 8's a lot, but it's within the window of the standard, so it's okay. And it was actually a great process. I don't know if it could have taken me less time, really. It was a very long emotional process, and really a process of letting go. When I started the film, I couldn't even say that my mother had committed suicide, and now I'm standing in front of audiences of hundreds of people saying she committed suicide and here is my story. And so I've really changed along the way. And actually, if you had told me when my mother died in 1995 that I was going to make a film about this, because I'm a filmmaker by trade, but if you had told me when she had died that I was going to make a film about her and her story and our story, I probably would have punched you in the face. I mean, it was the last thing from my mind, and I can't even believe, I mean, yesterday seeing the film on the big screen, and I've seen it on a big screen before in other festivals, but there was something about seeing it yesterday, and it's been so great to be here at the festival, and I just felt like, how did I get here? You know, I can't believe that that's the movie I made, that this is the movie I made, and I'm here showing it to all these people. Absolutely. I mean, one of the goals of the movie that I'm very excited about is that after it has this film festival run, I mean, we're going to use it educationally in communities all across the country, with the goal of linking audiences to support. I mean, there are lots of mental health organizations and suicide groups that people can link to, but also just the idea of talking about these issues is so important, because the stigma behind mental illness and suicide is huge. You know, so many of us have these stories, and yet we feel ashamed and we don't want to talk about it, and we're embarrassed, or, you know, we feel like people are going to think things about us, or it's just so painful. But I actually think that talking about these things is a great way to heal and also to change attitudes and behavior. I mean, I want to change public policy with my movie. I want mental illness to be treated on par, you know, with physical illnesses. I want there to be suicide prevention programs all over the country. I mean, I really want to use the film to make change.